Hi, my name is Brianna Carroll. Today I will be sharing 4 different tools that you can use in your classroom. The first one I'm going to talk about is called Quiver Vision. This is a really cool app because you can have your students color a coloring sheet from their website, and then when you scan it on any device, then it brings their picture to real life. Here is an example of what it looks like when it is completed. So this is the picture that she colored, and this is what it looks like when you scan it. I really like this tool because it is super easy to use. The students think it is really cool, and it gives them that creativity that they need, as well as integrating some technology into their learning. Something that was a little challenging was I did it with preschoolers, and for it to fully work, they have to be able to color mostly inside the lines. If they scribble all over the page, then the app isn't able to scan it and figure out the different pieces to put it together to create that 3D look for them. So that was the one thing that was a little challenging. The standards that go with it are 2.5a, accommodate learner differences, use technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. I think this one fits because different students learn different ways. So if they are a creative thinker, this gives them that great tool to use that creativity. It also is accommodating for the students who are visual learners. They can see that if they color inside the lines or use these certain colors, then it creates the outcome that they are wanting. The other standard is independently use appropriate technology tools like graphic organizers, audio, and video to define problems and propose hypotheses. You can use this one because it is very visual, and they can turn those 3D pictures into different conversation starters. There was one that was about a butterfly. So we ended up talking about the life cycle of a butterfly, and they proposed hypotheses about how that works and what would happen if this occurred, and so on. The second tool that I'll be talking about is called MergeCube. This is really cool because it gives the students the option to learn hands-on, but also explore kind of topics that they want on their own. This is an example of one that I did. I had printed off the cube, taped it all together, and I am wanting to teach physical education, so I found one that was the heart. This is a great way for students to visually see what we are talking about. Example for the heart, since it is in their body, they can't physically see it, and I'm not going to bring in a heart for them to see. So this is a great way for them to use technology and to kind of learn on their own. They can play with the cube, they can rotate it, they can hold it in their hands, and all of the labels on here, if you click on them, then it gives you information about it. So I think this is a great tool that any teacher can incorporate no matter the topic. The standards that go with it are 1.6.c, communicate complex ideas. Students use digital tools to visually communicate complex ideas to each other. They can visually see, for my example, the heart, and they can communicate with partners, groups, table members, whatever, to talk about those different complex ideas and work together to either come up with a hypothesis or to understand how the heart works. The other standard is use web browser to access information, enter a URL, access link, create bookmarks, or print web pages. If they want to have their own MergeCube, they're going to have to know how to go onto the website and print off a web page. So this is a great way for them to not only get hands-on learning experience, but also understand how to enter a URL and print web pages within technology. The third one is Google AR. This is really cool because if we are talking about animals in my classroom, like walk like a bear or stand as tall as a giraffe, I can incorporate this into my classroom and we could take pictures. This is my example that I did with a lion, and have them take pictures and be a little silly and just really get them engaged in our learning. The standard that goes with this is 1.1D, Technology Fundamentals. Students understand fundamental concepts of how technology works, demonstrate the ability to choose and use current technologies efficiently, and are adept at thoughtful and exploring emerging technologies. It is the teacher's job to come up with these emerging technologies, do some research. So this is a great way to incorporate that. The standard is locate and use correct finger and hand placement for spacebar, enter, and shift key. The students will have to type on their computer or iPad different animals. So knowing how to put their hands on the keyboard to efficiently type these words are very important. The last one is YouTube 360. The video I found was a virtual reality yoga video. Within my classroom, I can say, okay, we're going to do yoga today. And most of the time I get, oh, or that they don't want to do it. But this is a great way to get them engaged. And here's kind of like a snippet of what it looks like. The students can drag it around. They can see that they are doing yoga in the forest or jungle, wherever they're wanting, and it keeps them engaged. The standard for this is 2.2C, Model Digital Tool Use. Model for colleagues the identification, exploration, evaluation, curation, and adoption of new digital resources and tools for learning. This is a great way to talk with those peers or colleagues and come up with different unique ways than either just teaching yoga or just playing a regular video of someone in a studio. So coming up with new alternative ways to teach. The second standard is watch videos and use play, pause, rewind, and forward buttons. This is important not only for the teacher to show the students, but for the students to learn. So since it is a video, the students can press play, they can pause it, rewind, forward it. And if the teacher is setting that example, then the students will catch on to that. And when they have to do a video on their own, then they already saw the skills and learned them because of this activity. So overall, there are so many different tools and technology websites that you can use to get your students engaged in the lesson, as well as give them that opportunity to either learn on their own or explore things, go hands-on with different activities, and just be able to use that creativity that they have to complete assignments.